How do you put your product in a hit show like Stranger Things without a multi-million-dollar deal? Do you need a time machine to go back to the filming, or maybe just really good Photoshop skills? No. The answer is even cooler. Major studios like Netflix and Amazon are already using this tag to rewrite advertising history, and now it's available for brands of all the sizes. Hi everyone, Mike Inishev here. Today we are uncovering the secret vault of virtual product placement. I'm talking about advertising that's so seamless, your audience never skips it, because they don't even know it's an ad. If you want to learn how to make your brand appear anywhere, subscribe to my channel, and let's dive in. If you've ever seen the 1995 romantic comedy You've Got Mail, you may remember the couple falling in love over email using AOL. You might also recall some characters in the hit show Stranger Things passionately loving Eggo waffles. These are classic examples of product placement and advertising strategy that boosts brands' affinity and awareness by involving brands in content. I talked about traditional product placement in detail in my recent video, and if you had watched it, you would know that it is both expensive and permanent. A small shoe company can't compete with Nike to be Forrest Gump's footwear of choice. Likewise, Gmail can just be added into You've Got Mail for today's streaming audiences. But would you be surprised if I told you that virtual product placement can solve both of these problems, making product placement a more flexible and accessible option for businesses of all sizes? Let's start from the basics. What is virtual product placement? Virtual product placement, or VPP, is a digital advertising strategy that uses AI to contextually place brand integrations in the form of product, signage, 3D modeling, and more directly into video content. For example, an espresso machine company might use VPP to add one of its products to the background of a cooking influencer's Instagram reel. Unlike traditional product placement, which involves filming or photographing physical products during content production, virtual placement is part of the post-production process. This means content creators aren't directly interacting with advertised products, but it also makes VPP more flexible than traditional methods. Content owners can monetize existing libraries, and advertisers can select or change placements based on contemporary viewer data and immediate business needs. VPP is a relatively new advertising strategy, but it's quickly gaining popularity. Amazon announced beta testing of its new VPP program in 2022 with a scene from the TV show Bosch featuring a virtually integrated bowl of M&Ms. Streaming services like Netflix and Peacock and several social-focused startups have also launched VPP programs in recent years. Major advertisers like H&M, L'Oreal, Lexus, and others are using VPP to drive performance for their campaigns, reach audiences, and drive impact. It's not hard to notice the benefits. The first one, a less intrusive viewer experience. VPP is an effective way to reach contemporary audiences. According to some findings, 86% of viewers avoid video advertising across broadcast TV, streaming, and online video, sometimes muting their TVs during ad breaks or installing ad blockers on their browsers. Unlike traditional ad formats, virtual product placements and advertising don't interrupt the viewing experience. The studies report 83% of viewers describe virtual formats as natural and 79% view them as non-intrusive. VPP placements blend seamlessly into the content, fostering positive perceptions among audiences and creating a more immersive and natural experience for viewers. This means that if your product is in the background of a successful TV show or YouTube video, your audience isn't going to look away when it appears on screen. They may even have a more positive impression of it. Another advantage is targeted campaigning. Unlike traditional placement methods, VPP lets brands select ad channels based on current consumer behavior. This improves audience targeting by allowing businesses to respond to various viewer patterns. For example, A skincare brand partnering with a beauty influencer may choose to advertise its acne treatment on TikTok and its anti-aging cream on Facebook. Using VPP, the brand can place different products in videos on different platforms based on where each target audience spends time. Moreover, advanced technologies such as AI and machine learning have allowed companies to use consumer behavior insights to strategically place products depending on a viewer's local habits and preferences. VPP also benefits from higher sales and marketing performance. Virtual product placements boost sales and improve brand favorability. According to Amazon, the M&M's placement in Bosch increased the company's brand favorability by 7% and boosted purchase rate by 15%. But VPP is an emerging technique. Best practices and norms are still evolving, and consumer attitudes might change as VPP becomes more common. Here are two potential issues to watch out for. First of all, audience blowback. Consider the solemn council of Elrond in The Lord of the Rings, where the fate of Middle-earth is decided. And suddenly you see a Verizon 5G logo holographically projecting from the center of the table, with Legolas checking a Rolex before the Fellowship departs, and a Doritos bag crinkling loudly in a Hobbit's pocket. Ham-fisted virtual ads might turn off viewers, and too many may cause them to tune out, or even rescind the ad type. A key limitation, however, is that there is no room for interactions and explanations, because VPPs are added in the post-production. The content creators don't get to interact with the product. This means viewers get to see it in the background. They don't necessarily understand the brand or what it represents. Moreover, there is no way to demonstrate the product in action. For complex products that may require a demo or explanation for users to understand their value, a VPP may not be the best fit. As I've already mentioned, virtual product placement is a relatively new strategy, but it's already outpacing traditional methods. Analysts estimate that VPP in film and television accounted for 63% of US product placement in 2023. Product placement is also becoming increasingly popular overall as audiences continue moving away from linear TV with ad breaks in favor of subscription video-on-demand services and social media platforms. VPP is poised to grow as these trends continue. Already considering the VPP opportunity? Then let's find out if it's right for you. Take into account these three factors before taking the plunge into VPP. First of all, budget. Virtual placement can be effective in multiple industries and for a variety of products. It's also affordable for many small and early-stage businesses. Also, premium content placement campaigns can cost more than $750,000. Single influencer placements can be less than $1,000. Then, consider business stage and goals. This strategy is best suited to companies with an existing brand awareness. In-content ad placements can remind viewers of your company, but they are not an effective way to educate audiences about who you are. VPP is recommended for improving mid-marketing funnel metrics, such as open rates, click rates, and repeat site visits, and encouraging conversions. It's not the best option if your primary objective is top-of-funnel awareness. If you are considering this strategy, an ad vendor or agency specializing in VPP can help you understand placement options and campaign goals. And finally, audience. It's important to note how to use virtual product placement on different platforms to reach different types of consumers. You can change the featured product in a TV show on a streaming platform with no effect on viewership. However, changing a product on a social media video or reel requires reposting the video, wiping out previous views and engagement. So, when you are choosing what product to feature on YouTube video or Instagram reel, because that's where your audience spends the bulk of their time, you may want to consider longevity. It's probably best not to change the featured products on these often, if at all. So, Is virtual product placement the undisputed future of advertising? The potential is undeniable. It offers a less intrusive way to reach audiences, hyper-targeted campaigns, and a golden ticket for smaller brands that could never afford a spot in a blockbuster movie. So, what do you think? Is VPP the future or just a fancy intrusion? Let me know in the comments please, and see you in the next video.